Oh guys, I'm just so in love with my brand new iPhone 10. Hey bro, what's up?
Did you know that the new iPhone comes out today?
New iPhone? New iPhone? New iPhone! Woo! New iPhone!
Movies, all on the TV app.
iPhone XS,
Woohoo!
64 gigs, 256 gigs, and that new 512 gigabyte storage capacity. It starts at $999.
Stop.
XS Max, same three configurations with its larger screen, larger battery, and just $100 more, starting at $1099.
Hey Google, how much do I get for my kidneys?
On the website popsci.com, they say most people get $1,000 to $10,000 for their kidney.
Hey, that's enough for the new iPhone! Woohoo!
Alright, I really want a new iPhone.
Oh, they took my freaking kidney.
Alright guys, so let's be serious. It really doesn't matter how little the iPhones change today or how expensive they are. We can all be certain that Apple will sell millions of its 2018 iterations before the year is over. But what's really new, and is the increased price caused by Trump hitting on China? Let's have a look. Another year, again another bunch of new iPhones, actually 3 new versions with an even higher price. But this year, little has been left to the imagination, as leaks have basically shown everything before. The new iPhone doesn't look all that different from the iPhone 10, but also we didn't expect anything new. The new display on the iPhone XS is a Super Retina OLED display. That means the panel is manufactured by Samsung and it has 60% greater dynamic range than the previous generation. Displays come in 2 sizes, 5.8 inch and a massive 6.5 inch. The notch houses again all the sensors needed for Face ID to continue on this next generation. The biggest spec upgrade on the iPhone X is the new A12 Bionic chip. The industry's first 7nm smartphone chip with 6.9 billion transistors, which is manufactured by TSMC. To keep it short, it should be way faster than the old one. Plus there's a brand new neural engine with an 8-core dedicated machine learning processor. Other improvements include an advanced camera that can also use the new chipset to process videos and images better, dual SIM card support through eSIM technology, better battery life, stereo speakers and microphones, and a 512GB storage option which sells for a hefty 1,650 euros in my country. But there's also a cheaper version which comes with an LCD display, and I've never seen a company bragging that hard about their LCD display except of Sony. So now that we know what has changed, let's dig deeper. Apple is really concerned about the prices here in the United States for many of its products. They will probably go up because of the tariffs Trump has enacted on the import of goods from China. But for sure, this genius guy has a simple solution for it. Hey Apple, go and build factories in the USA and make the iPhones here instead of China. There would be zero tax and indeed a tax incentive, the president wrote on Twitter. I get where Trump is coming from. Designed in California and built in China does sound a bit weird. Well, there are many problems which are not only money related. So first of all, yes, there's way lower labor costs involved in China, and pretty skilled workers in China make about 100 USD a week. That's way less than in the US, so that's one piece of the cake. But also the availability of parts in Asia and the lack of suitable manufacturing facilities in the US is a big problem. So just think about it, Apple makes more than 200 million iPhones yearly and has to come up with OLED screens, camera sensors, storages and processors. These are not made by Apple itself, and there are many other companies like Samsung and Sony involved. The reason the launch of the iPhone X was delayed in 2017 to November from September was the scarcity of the OLED screens. I once found this good graphics which shows you from where the parts from the iPhone 6 came from. While you have plenty of varieties for storage chips, battery and the chassis, for other things like high quality camera sensors, processors and modems, you don't. Also, the Apple supplier TSMC, so Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, has started production on the next generation 7nm A12 chips at the beginning of this year, when the other largest foundries, including global foundries in the US, Intel and Samsung didn't even have 7nm technology at that point. Now only Huawei so far has presented a 7nm chip this year, the Kirin 980. So Apple really relies on parts from all over the world. For sure the iPhone is a high quality product, but it's only high quality because they pick the highest standard parts from all over the world and assemble them in China at Foxconn. Now for sure Apple could source all the parts and at least assemble the products in the US. But this would involve heavy investments in training people, building factories and much more, and also even increase the iPhone's price, which is already very high. So it seems that Trump is not the smartest guy when it comes to the electronic business. But manufacturing in China is also dangerous. There have been plenty of leaks of the new iPhone, and also there are plenty of fake iPhones. These are working smartphones running on low-end Android hardware with an iOS lookalike skin on top. I've also found plenty of evidence of a wide range of backdoors on these devices in the past, and I would never in my whole life log in with my personal account to the Play Store on these devices. Also, I wouldn't use them for my daily tasks as I'm pretty sure it sends data to China. Besides that, the hardware is very cheap and it really can't be compared to a real iPhone. But it's still very interesting to see that you can make something in China that looks like the real deal for a fraction of the retail price, so for around 100 USD. This shows that everything in China is possible.
So guys, we're now here at the end of this video and I really hope that you have enjoyed it and that I could give you a quick look behind the scenes of the smartphone industry. So even though the iPhone is designed in California, it's still assembled in China with parts from all over the world. So this is something which people should really get to know. Because I've seen recently so many comments on my channel from some kind of weird Trump supporters. Well, Chinese shit, don't buy anything of that. You're supporting communism, just buy a good American product like the iPhone. But if you have a look at the iPhone, Apple wouldn't be able to do it without the help of all the big global manufacturers which are supplying the panels, which are supplying the processors like TSMC. So while it's maybe designed in California, but it's assembled in China with parts from all over the world. So this makes the iPhone, and that's the phone you like, guys. Now, I'm not really an Apple hater, I'm maybe an Android fanboy, but I do get iPhones are actually great phones, easy to use. If you're in the ecosystem, it's really great. For sure, kind of expensive, but also good quality. But you should really not save money and buy fake iPhones. Also, fake iPhones are really hurting China's reputation because they are really shitty. So that's what I'm saying. I like Chinese products, Huawei smartphones, but keep your fingers off from fake iPhones. So this is from DHgate. It costs like 80 euros, which is 100 US dollars. And this used to be an iPhone 10, but if you have a look at it, it's just ridiculous. I mean, even after 5 minutes of using it, it shows empty battery, shuts down. It's just super slow. When you unlock it, it lags. The camera's biggest shit I've seen on a budget phone ever. And they use very cheap components, so probably this phone will be broken, will actually die in the next 2 months. So better save your money, guys. I mean, if you don't care about your $100, you can buy it, but I wouldn't support that because this is also illegal. It has the Apple logo here, the iPhone logo there. So if the customs opens a package and they see it's a fake iPhone with the logo, then this is actually illegal, guys. So they will destroy it and then you have to pay money to the customs. So this is not really funny, guys. I would really recommend to keep your hands off fake iPhones. If you want to buy the real deal, if you don't have the money, then buy an alternative like a Huawei smartphone or Xiaomi smartphone or whatever. But save your money and don't buy fake iPhones. That's also a very important message which I wanted to tell you with this video. All in all, guys, I'm very excited about the new iPhone. I won't buy it for myself, just a personal note, because I just checked the prices. And for the maxed out version, which I wanted, it's $1,700 in my country. So roundabout in that currency which we have here. But this is like, my fucking laptop was 2,000 euros. And I just imagine paying almost as much as for my laptop for a stupid smartphone. This is really ridiculous. Now, the Huawei Mate 20 will also be very expensive, I guess, but still way cheaper than the iPhone XS Max or whatever. So I'll keep my hands off it. Definitely cool smartphones. I would like to have one, but not for the price. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions about anything, I was so often in China this year because of my other company. You can ask anything you want and I'll try to reply as soon as possible. So as always guys, big thanks for watching. I'm Steven from TechMagnet and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a nice day. Bye bye.